that these teams have to do in order to pick up a win in this series and join SKT at the Staples Center next week. Let's start this one off with Doublelift.
So my prediction is that RYL's solo lanes are going to either go even or lose, just because Soaz and Peke have shown that they're so strong. Like, these guys are really, really good. At the same time, if they lose because Fnatic runs double TP, they can't allow Uzi to get TP down. So I expect a lot of 2v1ing. Just let Uzi get farmed, let him carry the game, and just don't allow your solo lanes to get too far behind and make TP plays.
At the same time, though, if they do choose to match the lineups 2v2 and 1 against 1, top-level players should be able to beat their opponents in lane if they run a summoner teleport, because they're effectively one teleport, or one summoner spell down, rather. So we really hope that they scout it ahead and they know how to deal with teleports and they put the pressure on the TP lane, because that nullifies at least one guy helping in. So if you go for Soaz, then only Peke can join. If you go for Peke, only Soaz can join. But if you go for bot lane, for Uzi, well, then both of them can join.
Yeah, and actually, I am really excited by this match because there's a lot of really different things going on. So you talked about the teleport style and whatnot. RYL, they are very dive heavy. They look for team fights. The term we have sort of coined is like the roaming death squad. They group up and they fight you really quickly, whereas Fnatic really want to spread the game out and use those teleports, use map mobility, and split teams up. And I think that's a very interesting difference in styles. The other thing that I really think is interesting is a tactic that RYL uses that I think more teams should adopt, which is they will sacrifice a lane more or less to build an advantage somewhere else. So for example, in their game 1 against OMG, it's 2v1 lanes, and at 7 minutes, Renekton recalls, and he's like, "You're going to kill my turret, I don't care. Just, it's free, we're literally not going in there anymore." Walks to the bottom lane, 4v2 dives the champion, steals blue buff, takes dragon. He's like, "We're going to give away this and take these 3 other things." And that's a tactic I think is incredibly potent that people should learn from.
I mean, for me, I think this is actually a big style mismatch in favor of Fnatic. Like we've been talking about, just this style of picking is so different than the way most Chinese teams play. And OMG, I think, really dropped the ball in the quarterfinal against RYL because they kept engaging RYL in these team fights. And if you look at RYL's build, especially in that game 2 against OMG, they tend to build Glass Cannon, Liandry's first Rumble, Zed, Vayne. These are champions that are highly vulnerable to picks, and Fnatic is a team that makes those picking plays. And so I can see them taking somebody out and then going in for a 5v4 team fight and winning.
Well, we'll see if they can make that work for them. You know, with everything we've chatted about, it is almost time to get your predictions in for today's semifinals. But first, let's actually take a look at how you guys have done so far at picking the